Hello guys, welcome to another session. In this session, we are going to learn about descendant selectors. So let's jump into the topics to learn about what is descendant selectors. So we are into the topics. Let's start our discussion. Here you will find that we are having a HTML sample document over here where you will find that the body tag contains the div tag and the div tag contains the p tag. Closely look that you will find that body tag also contains the header element, that is h1. So here in this diagram, body tag is the parent for div tag and the h1 tag, and the p tag parent is div tag. So that means if you closely look into that, then you will find that it is a nested relationship over here where p tag is nested within div tag and div tag is nested within body tag. So you must be asking that what are descendants? So essentially all the tags over here is nested these tag as descendant of body tag. For example, this p tag is descendant of div tag as well as it is also descendant of the body tag, and these all tags are descendant of the body tag. So you can consider it as a family tree where it has the relationship of parent, grandparent, children, grandchildren, like that. So this concept is pretty much straightforward, and we will use this concept to create some selectors in CSS, and that we will call it as descendant selectors. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code and write some descendant selectors. So now we are into Visual Studio Code, and for this exercise we are having this setup where we are having an HTML document. Along with that we have style.css which is being attached with this HTML. We are going to write the CSS over here for this exercise, and that is residing within a CSS folder. To understand the descendant selector, I have created a structure over here that is containing a nested structure. If you closely look into that, then you will find that we are having a div that is called main content, and within that we are having other div that is called sub content. So this way we have created the nested element where sub content is descendant of main content. Not even sub content, all these contents are descendant of the main content. And for this exercise our main focus is in this area of the HTML. So if you closely look into this structure, then you will find that it has nested descendant where we are having this sub content is also having a p tag that is a descendant of this sub content, and within that we are having another p tag which is a descendant of this main tag, and this div is also a descendant of this main tag. So the question over here is that how we are going to style these p tag which is a descendant element and not those which is outside of this nested structure. So how we can approach or how we can use the selector which will select only these three p tags that is a descendant of main content. So this is where we will use descendant selectors. So to write the descendant selector, we have to first write id of the parent element. So in this case we are having main content, so let's write it hash main hyphen content. Then we will put a space over here that is a descendant of main content element. So in our case we want to format p tag, so we will write here, and here we will do the declaration of the rule. So here what it is telling that go and grab the main content, and within that we are having a p tag. So apply this CSS rule to this particular p tag which exists within this main content element. So let's provide some properties. So I will change the color. I will provide the color should be green. Save it. Now let's look into the browser. To see in the browser, you should come over here, select this file, click F1 and select this first option, and it will give you option to open in browser. Click on it. So now if you look into this web page, then you will find that these three content which is a descendant of main content and which resides in p tag, so it is printing in green. If you see closely, then you will find that it's a green color applied in descendant element of main content element, and you will also notice that these p tag information is not being printed in green color. Now let's proceed further. Now what we want to format this sub content with different color, not in green color. So how we can do that? So to achieve this output, we can write like this way. We will tell that, just copy it, and we can directly tell that sub content, and this is going to be blue. Tell over here blue. This way you can also do. Let's look into the output. So here you will find that the main content is displaying in green and the sub content is displaying in blue. So this is one of the way. You can also access the depth of descendant. So how we can do that? We can write main content, and then you can specify within the main content I want to access sub content, and within the sub content I want to access p tag, and where I need to apply the color blue. So let's look into the output. So here you will find that it is applying the same effect which we saw earlier, but we are achieving this with the help of nested descendant selector, where first we are accessing the main content and then afterward we are accessing the sub content, and within that we are selecting p tag and then applying the CSS rule to change the color to blue. So let's go back to Visual Studio Code. So here you will find that we have parent, child and the grandchild, that is a descendant. So this is what I wanted to demonstrate you in this session. See you in the next session. Till then, bye bye, take care.